I wish I had an outline though, man. I don't have an outline. I don't know what to say. Does it come off as funny, or sometimes it's just rambling? I don't know if it's funny or not. Hello again. This is a follow-up to Asian penis size video part 2. It seems that my previous video got a lot of views because it's such a controversial subject, whatever the heck that means. But so I wanted to make a follow-up video for it. Let's reiterate some of the facts here. According to modern American stereotypes, Asian men have smaller penises and black men have giganto penises, and white men have superior penises, kind of like Lincoln logs. You know, they can link those things together and build a fort, but the Asian dude got the toothpick dick, so they don't use those to build society. And that's what they teach you in kindergarten when you're a kid. To only play with the brown Lincoln logs. So again, so how did this stereotype come to be? Well, I said in my first video, after doing some logical and objective research, that the only way this can be injected into the mainstream conscience is if it was distributed through a mainstream venue. So I did some research and I looked back at all the popular gospels, right? And I came upon Eddie Murphy's Delirious. And in that show, he makes a joke about how the white man came up with the rumor that the black man had a big dick. You know, from that joke, he went on to tell another joke about how Asians have small dicks, and that's why they walk funny. So I'm assuming since that special in 1980, whatever, that's how the joke came to be, how the stereotype came to be. So, because if you do research before for stuff in the media before that, you won't find anything in that. So that's why I think it's Eddie Murphy is the root cause of all the Asians having their kind of ignorant, all people, not just Asian, but all people believing that Asians have small dicks, when in actuality it's all because of Eddie Murphy. So you guys can blame Eddie Murphy. Again, that brings up a good point. When you greet an Asian person or Asian man, is that the first thing that pops into your mind? Is that, hey, this guy has a small dick? Because that's not formal. That's not proper, you know. You don't want to be walking up to some dude and say, I got a bigger penis than you. You know, that doesn't make you look like a gentleman. It doesn't make you look civilized, you know. Or you don't go up to an Asian dude and shake your hands by shaking your dick. I mean, that's kind of messed up. You don't go around thinking about another man's dick, you know. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with people who like that, but when you meet a perfect stranger, it's not something that you want to be thinking about. So otherwise, yeah, if that's how you compare yourself to other dudes, then if you have to break down the stereotypes, then a black dude is what makes him a person is the size of his penis. So if I'm walking down the street, then a black dude is just a giant, black, erect, veiny dick holding a basketball in his hand, you know, dribbling a basketball down. It's just a giant penis, black and purple penis, you know, with the purple beanie cap, walking down the street dribbling a basketball. And the white dude looks pretty much like a pale tree trunk or telephone pole. You know, its arms are like big like the Hulk with veins and stuff, and he's probably carrying a chainsaw or an axe, and it's you know, it's like a pale log with veins in there, and it's got like moss growing on there, and he's running all over people. And then the Asian dude's like a little monkey with a small dick, but he's riding around in a robot machine, and everyone's afraid of him because he's so smart, right? So if you boil down the stereotypes, is that what it comes down to? If you want to base all that on dick size, is that what makes you a man? I don't know. If that's how you want it, right? Hi, how are you doing? Oh, can I grab your dick? Ni hao ma, right? Just make you look stupid. Why do you want to do that? That's what I think about it. It's not a good stereotype because it doesn't elevate you to anything more than that. I mean, it's kind of like animals. If you do that, it's not something to be proud of. Yeah, I'm not good at this stuff. And that's a white man's humor, white man's style humor. I'm not good at ad-libbing or improving. But the joke is still in my head. I just don't know how to tell the joke in a white man's way, or even a black man's way. I don't have the anger. My anger might just come off as maniacal or psychotic, and apparently that scares people more, you know, rather than delivering my message. Because even black dudes get scared of me. That's how you know you're doing it wrong. What white people are scared of black people, and if black people are scared of the Asian dude, the friendly looking Asian dude with the weird patchy facial hair, then you know you're doing something wrong. You know. What else can I milk this Asian penis size video for? Because apparently people love watching these videos on YouTube. So what does that say about people then? If they want to prove that Asian dudes got small dicks, well, there's that video on YouTube where they talk to this prostitute in Las Vegas, and apparently it's a scientific proof now because she's sucked even Asian dudes' dicks, and she's claiming that they are on average smaller. So in an attempt to reinforce that white supremacist mentality, you have your white woman suck the dicks of all sorts of colored men, and then you put them like in a table to say that they got small dicks, when the most obvious and most degrading thing is that she suck all those dicks. So maybe that's something the Asian dude can take away from this, is it don't matter if you got a small dick or not, as long as the white woman sucks it and validates it, right? You may become a statistic, but she's the one who's carrying out that experiment. She's the one that's validating you as a man because you put your dick in her mouth, right? Or if you're lucky, it make you even more of a man. You get to put it in her butthole. I don't know. Go to Las Vegas and you become a man, I guess. But you gotta pay the money. Pay the money. I've been watching some of those videos on YouTube too. There's that joke about how black dudes get tripped up on the whole big dick thing, right? That elevates their ego up so high that they can get a white woman. It doesn't matter if she's attractive or not, as long as they get a white woman, that validates their existence as a man, you know. So there's that joke where she can be fat and ugly, she's missing toes, right? She's got missing hair, right? Or missing teeth, and she's strutting down, you know, the block like he's the boss, right? That's pretty much what it is. If that's the sole basis of what bragging about having a big dick is about, then it's kind of pathetic. It's kind of sad. You're not bragging about anything of value. So, and then there's also the reverse effect. I mean, you can have some black dude that looks like Webster, you know, and the white women who are brainwashed by this whole black men having big dicks, they'll look at the dude and they'll think he looked like Tyson Beckford or was that Taye Diggs or someone, like really those really pretty looking black dudes. They'll look at that Webster looking dude, Gary Coleman looking dude, and think that dude has a BBC, right? Big black cock. And it's not true, right? It may be for some, I don't know, but I mean, it's not true. But there's like brainwashed. They're brainwashed. They see that dude. The dude's just an average black dude, and they see that he's some kind of like a chiseled Egyptian god or something, you know, with six-pack abs and giant 13, 14-inch Subway eat fresh dick. I mean, it's not. It's kind of like living in an illusion. It's not. Is that what America is, right? That's kind of scary to think, right? That the white women envy the other white women who are with black dudes, and they're just regular black dudes with regular white women. But when they see it, they think that there must be some kind of like bells and whistles sexual thing going on there, you know, and they could get the same kind of pleasure from shoving a plunger up their cooch or something big, you know, like a rake or something. I mean, as though that's the height of sexual pleasure. See, so it's kind of like, yeah, fucking it's an illusion. It's a dream. It's something that they brainwash themselves to believe, because they that's the only thing they can give to blacks. I don't know, black men. That's the most reparations they can give them, like, or to apologize. I don't know, for slavery. Because yeah, this maybe, I don't know, right? Because the Asian dude would take over everything. It don't matter. The dude would take over everything. Take over the women, take over the money, take over everything. Like everything. Like they'll do everything. So the only thing you got left is like dangling a little dick thing just to because that's like a desperate thing for them. I don't know. It's a racist joke. I mean, yeah, that's what it is. And as Asian men, you can choose to be offended by it, or you can choose to be more Asian about it. And if you really don't know the facts, then you go and look up the facts, because that's what the facts are. The facts are most men are average size. They just don't want to admit it. Even, especially, yeah, imagine if you're the black dude with the average size dick or a small dick. I mean, what are you gonna do, right? When a fat, ugly white woman comes crawling at your knees with her panties on her head, she wants to suck a big black cock, and you don't have a big one. So mostly what you do is you put your arms around your head and sit back and let her do her thing, because, you know, as long as you understand what society has given you, the stereotype has given you that advantage. That's what we call the black privilege, you know, as opposed to white privilege. So maybe that's a positive way of looking at it. But what does the Asian man got to his advantage in the sexual arena, you know? So that's why I feel like I have to correct this somehow. So societally, I have to correct this somehow, because it doesn't mean that the white woman validates me sexually as a man, but if I have a piece of knowledge that people should know and make society better, then I should contribute that, you know, to them. Otherwise, you know, I'm contributing to the ignorance. I'm contributing to the stupidity of people. And so when people wonder why I don't want to socialize with common people, then I come off as a bad guy, because now they think I'm arrogant. And then I have to state the obvious and say, hey, maybe it is because you're ignorant, and that's why I don't want to socialize with you, because there's some very basic factual stuff that shouldn't have to be explained, you know, shouldn't have to be elaborated on, like that fact right there. Or if you don't know something, then you go out and you learn it, you know, you go out and you find the truth. Like if you're curious about the Asian dude, you're curious about the black dude, or you're curious about white women or whatever, or you're